asset register
Sorry.
at the council?
That's really hard.
Who has custody of the asset register?
Pardon, may I get it, Joy?
Who has custody of the asset register?
Procurement officer.
Procurement.
Yeah.
How about fuel register?
Procurement.
Procurement. That's not under you as well?
Yeah.
It's not under you?
No, it's not under me.
You don't control fuel?
Procurement controls.
And so the entire control measures you have, you were explaining that during the time of the former CEO, it appears that you do not do pre-auditing.
That's correct.
Is there any reason why?
Yes.
Please explain.
Yeah. I think I said here yesterday that some of our payments were made at the collection centers.
Right.
That the expenses, so it's going to be very difficult for internal auditor travel to all those centers to pre-audit those transactions. That was the cause.
That was the case?
Yeah, that was the case.
Now, the procurement, he testified here and explained that even though he controlled the fuel register, but then at times the CEO would authorize the allocation of fuel. Are you aware of this?
Yeah.
That's correct?
That's correct. That statement is correct.
Now, Jar Oil, there was a time in 2019 that there were receipt books found in the office of the CEO regarding Jar Oil receipts. This was brought to your attention?
No.
You were not aware of this?
No, I was not aware. I just had it after the audit.
Now, your withdrawals from Kazu's accounts, you have also made significant withdrawals as well.
Yes.
The amount would be about $9,843,652.
That's correct.
What can you tell us about this withdrawal?
The withdrawals are salaries.
All salaries?
Yeah, all salaries, except 105,000, which was projects, council projects. I have the documents. I can tell you how those monies were spent.
Can we see these documents? What is this? You have
this is an extraction from the development committee's report.
Report.
Yeah.
This is the approved projects.
Projects, yeah.
You have the Medina Dam Jai.
Yes.
The word is Panchang, correct?
Yes.
Internet work is well rehabilitation. Local contribution, 400. Is it $4,575? And the amount approved, $8,050. Correct?
Yeah, it could be correct.
Do you have a copy with you? Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I want to see whether I have.
Let me have this admitted. I'm not sure how far this will go. Let's have it admitted first. Honorable Chairperson, we apply to tender a one-page document with the heading Approved Projects 2019. The witness seeks to explain the amount of $105,800 expenditure by having this document admitted. Mr. Keda, while the commissioners are going through the document, you may write what I'm about to say. We will need you to provide us with a summary of the repayments made by K Fati. For the $94,000.
Approved projects 2019 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/MK/005.
As the commission places. Mr. Keda will give you exhibit 005. You guide us through the expenditures made therein.
Okay.
What is the first amount you have?
Yeah, the first activity was well rehabilitation.
Well rehabilitation.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
$8,050.
You have these vouchers?
I have the vouchers are with the commission.
all the vouchers, right?
Yeah. The second activity also is well rehabilitation, $8,500.
You also have the vouchers.
Yeah. The third activity also is well rehabilitation, $7,150. The fourth rehabilitation, the fourth activity was construction of crossing intersection road for 3 villages, 56,200. The fifth activity was the provision of fuel to facilitate road network from Keremaila to Kauru. There's 50 liters by $60 is $3,000. The sixth activity was local well construction, 7,900. The last one, it should be 7 instead of 8. Support to fundraising committee, $15,000 is for Janjambure community. Thank you.
And you have all these vouchers.
Yes, I have all the vouchers.
Now, did this pass through procurement?
Pardon?
These payments,
Yes.
did it pass through procurement process?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Or the answer is no, it did not?
I'm not sure. I cannot say yes. I cannot say no. Because
If you,
this
if
is
you,
a long.
if you are to
it's a
make
long-
payment to anyone, it has to pass through procurement because there has to be procurement process followed.
That's right.
But that was not the case in this payment.
Until we check whether procurement has any attachment on the vouchers.
Or probably it is the practice that you don't follow procurement in Kuntaur area council.
During this time, procurement was on study leave.
Most of the time?
During this time, 2019, he was on study leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
He was not around during this time.
Which means you did not follow
Yeah,
procurement.
there will be no procurement process.
But you paid these monies to contractors or
No, to individuals.
to individuals?
Their names are here.
Do you classify them as contractors?
No, they are not contractors. They are not contractors. They
Why
are
would you pay
individuals.
monies to individuals who are
Yeah,
not
these are basically supports to in the communities.
support?
Yeah, support to communities.
That's not support. You're paying for rehabilitation. That's not support.
It's-
If it is support, you would have had probably a request, a letter. It will pass through the normal channel and it will be approved.
That actually happened. The process was the requests were raised, and we got approval from CEO. Then we went ahead of payment.
Okay. Again, you are to identify the vouchers in relation to these payments.
Thank
Please
you.
have that written down.
Okay.
3 GTR books that were missing. The revenue collector Ansu Tarawale, you recall this?
Yes, I can recall.
Did you exhaust these GTR books before they got missing?
No, because that transaction is not in the cash book.
Come again?
That transactions are not in the cash book.
He said it was exhausted. He testified.
He used, but if those are exhausted, the transaction should be in the cash book. His own cash book.
Should be in the cash.
Yeah, his own cash book.
Yes,
but I know he has posted partly.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you find out whether Mr. Tarawale collected revenue using those books, those receipt books before they got missing?
Yeah, he collected part of those.
Not part. He exhausted all the cash book, all the receipt books.
No, I don't have any knowledge about that.
Did you find out?
No, I don't find out.
Why? You are the director of finance.
Yeah. Yes.
Why did you not find out? You are in charge of revenue. And the areas that he will collect revenue, Mr. Ansu Tarawale, those areas, they will already be assessed every year.
They were assessed, yeah.
So you know what to expect
from that area,
in
yes.
every year,
Yeah.
and every year, correct?
That's
And
correct.
so it would not be rocket science to know whether he had collected the revenue or not. If you ask the alcalos, they will tell you.
That's correct.
Is that not the case?
That's the case.
Did you find out?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I don't.
But why?
Because when he told me that the books were lost,
Yes.
so we are all trying to look for those books.
Yes.
So I don't have time, or I don't give myself time to
Yes.
go down to Alcalos to verify whether actually Ngansu has collected those.
You don't have the time. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't give myself time to go down to the Alcalos. This is what I say.
You don't have the time.
I don't give myself time.
Why? What is the reason?
Because we are all busy looking for those books.
You are?
We are all busy for looking for those books.
You were all looking for
Yeah,
where were you looking for these books?
He told me that the books were lost around Wasu at our sub-treasuries.
So you went to Wasu to look for the books?
Yes.
You went to Wasu
Yeah, I went to Wasu.
to look for the books?
Yeah, and also I engaged my collectors to help him to look for the books.
Do you have any form of agreement with Mr. Tarawale in relation to these monies? Because it doesn't make sense. You cannot look for what you did not lost. You don't know where you will look for it. He said he was riding a motorbike and then it got missing. So why will you be looking for these books?
He said what? Sorry, I can't get
It
you.
got missing in transit, in the journey.
No, what he told me that the books were lost at the sub-treasury.
At
He
the
left the books at the sub-treasury and went to Kuntaur. When he arrived, he then noticed that the books were not in his bag, and then he came back again to look for it.
But you can easily find out from the alcalos whether Mr. Tarawale
That's correct.
them. That's very easy to do.
That's correct.
Because the alcalos will collect money, and then 10% will be deducted from the amount they collect
Yeah,
as their own fee. Correct?
that's
So
correct.
why would you not go to the alcalos and find out? The interest would have been to get the revenue that was collected. What is the assessment in the area Mr. Tarawale would collect revenue?
No, I cannot just tell now until I look at the.
Yeah, so if you find out-
I look at the Form B.
The Form B.
Yeah, the Form B.
So if you find out, you will know
Certainly.
it's a substantial amount. Correct?
Yeah, certainly.
And up to date, we don't have that money accounted for.
That's correct.
And Mr. Tarawale is back at work and never paid that money. But he confirmed that he had received monies from these alcalos. For the
But it-
most part of it.
Yeah.
You understand? So we will need you to make clarification on that, please. And tell us exactly what the Form B says. You are to produce Form B, please. Now, Mr. Tarawale gave you part of that money?
No,
He never gave you any money from the 3 receipt books?
I never received a butut from Mr. Tarawale Ngansu. I never.
But if you have the habit of receiving monies from revenue collectors, and they are now saying that they gave you money, why would you deny that? Or you want us to call Mr. Tarawale? and
Yes,
verify?
yes, you can. That can happen.
All right. Any questions before I move to the audit reports, Honorable Chairperson?
Yes, Mr. Keita, Abdullah Keita did indicate in his statement that he testified that he sometimes pays himself salary. Why is that the case?
I think that statement could be wrong because before I joined the council, 2025, staffs were asked to pay themselves. That was happening. But later, around starting from 2016, 2017, that was stopped. All the salaries were drawn from the bank.
All of their salaries were
We are
paid-
drawn from the bank, and that
They are paid through the bank?
Yeah, no. We draw the cash and pay them at the pay table.
But he was asked as to some of the expenditures that he has made. And he said some of the expenditures he makes when he collects revenue is sometimes he pays his own salary. Now the question is, we want to ascertain from you as Director of Finance whether some collectors do pay themselves salary because of the distance or any other reason. Because the evidence is there. Is that happening?
That was happening before the period we are reviewing. Before 2018 to date, before 2020, that was happening.
So
But that stopped. So around 2016, 2017, up to date, we withdraw salaries and pay staffs.
So it is your evidence that
Yeah, that's my
no
evidence.
collector pays himself or
Yeah.
herself salary.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Except in case of Nansu, when he had that problem, so his salary was stopped temporarily, but the amount he posted in his cash book, he could not accounted for. So management decided to net that amount against his salary.
but do you think you've done that rightly? The amount, because that's what ANSU did was suppression of revenue, right?
Yes.
Do you think what you did, the revenue he has suppressed, you should have deducted that from his salary? Do you think you should have done that?
Yeah,
There
but
are channels there is procedure and channel as to how to make him recover because he suppressed revenue.
I agree.
So that was not correct.
I agree. That was not correct.
Now, what can you tell us about the because there are issues with the purchase of 2 vehicles for yourself and for the CEO. The vehicle that was purchased for you was costing 350,000, and the one for the chairman costed 318,000. However, Amadou M.S. Njai did indicate that the payment of the vehicles was more than the amount stated here in your statement.
Okay.
So can you tell us what transpired?
Let me look for I have the documents attending to those cases.
Because what has been paid according to Amadou M.S. Njai is more than 600,000 for one. Now, please note that, so that we will not waste time, note that, and during lunch break, you can go through your documents so that you can give us verification on these payments. Did you write that?
Yes, I
All
wrote
right.
that.
Let me ask you. Just note it so that during lunch break, you can find out, and then when we come back, you can explain, you know, why the differences and how the procurement was made. Because you have indicated here that this did not pass through procurement. Now, the issue of
Hello, sorry, may I butter something on that?
Yes.
Yeah, these vehicles were bought from Oxin.
Yes.
Yeah, the Oxin Department of Community Development
Yes.
organized.
Yes.
So we went there, we participate in that process. We were able to get 2 vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
My vehicle cost around 350,000. Chairman's 315,000, or something 18,000, something like that.
No.
But we will.
It's
we
not
will-
something like that.
No,
In your own statement,
yes, it's
you indicated that the chairman's vehicle costed 318,000.
yeah.
So,
And my vehicle costed
how did you
200.
pay this money during the auction? Did you pay direct?
No,
You pay by bank?
sorry.
Yes?
During the auction, we pay, I think it be about $400,000 is check. Then later, the payment was done on installment basis.
So, when we look at the bank statement, we will see the 400,000.
Yeah, you will see. Sorry, you will see.
All right, we will check that. That is in 2019, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So now the other issue I want to ask before I hand you over to lead counsel is the Drame village drilling of the borehole, which was awarded to Sinkanding Company in 2019. You have indicated in your statement that neither the procurement officer nor the director of planning and development were involved in the awarding of the contract. How is that possible?
Okay. I think in the case of director of planning, that was a mistake. But the procurement officer was on study leave. He was not available during the implementation of that project. But director of planning participated.
Now, who awarded the contract?
This was
If these 2 people were not involved in the award of the contract,
okay.
who awarded the contract?
This is CEO and director of planning.
No, you said.
That was a mistake.
No.
I say I admit my mistake.
Let me read your statement,
Yes.
Mr. Keita. You said, I am aware that both the procurement officer and director of planning and development of the council did not participate in the contract awarding process. Thus, the contract was awarded on single sourcing. Now, that is the reason why I'm asking you, who was involved in this transaction? Was it you and the CEO alone?
Okay, let me make that clarification.
Yes.
I say I made a mistake to say that the director of planning was not aware of the process, or was not in the process. That was a mistake.
So what is the correct version?
The correct version is director of plan and the CEO are part of the process.
Now.
Yeah, we just we facilitate the payment.
Now, so what you said in your statement is not correct.
It's not correct. It's a mistake.
Council, you may proceed.
Mr. Keita, you're familiar with the 2018 audit report?
2018, yes.
National audit report.
I think I can recall, yeah.
The issue of pre-auditing was raised of vouchers. And the finding is you do not follow pre-auditing protocols for payments to be made. But that's true?
Yeah, that's true.
And you have responded, the management, and it says the management have instituted an impress system, reimbursed monthly to be handled by the finance manager. Is that correct? Do you have an impress system?
For 2018,
Yes. Have you ever had an impress system?
2020. No, I think the Impress system started at 2023, something like 2023.
2023?
Yeah.
Yes. So,
If I could
so this
remember.
response would be wrong.
Yeah, could be wrong.
And Epidicas float too? Do you keep or have Epidicas system?
No, both the Impress and the Epidicas started around 2023.
Why is that the case? Have any reason?
No, I cannot say anything. Listen,
You don't know.
no, I don't know.
Income tax. Do you pay income tax?
Yes, we do pay.
It says that inspection of the documents reveals that income tax for staff is deducted at the end of every month. However, there is no evidence that the income tax deducted is remitted to GRA. Do you remit the income tax to GRA?
Yes,
Do you have proof of that?
yes, we have proof. We can look at the bank statement. You'll see the payments made to GRA.
Do you have proof of that?
Yeah, I have proof of them. Yeah.
All right. Please have it written down. You can give us a summary of the monies paid. Now, do you train your staff tasked with the collection of revenue as to how to enter details in relation to the cash book?
Yes.
Do you have that? Do you have that training when you employ revenue collectors?
Yes, when collectors are employed, we attach them to the supervisor. The supervisor do train them.
But if that's the case, why do they have the entries done in contravention with the act, with the financial manual as to how a cash book should be and what it should contain? Because they have been saying that they don't have any training of that sort.
I don't know what kind of training they are referring to, but when you are employed as a new collector, you are attached to a supervisor, a senior person.
How many supervisors do you have?
We have 3 supervisors. We have Ngansu, Keba was part of us, and Abulai.
Yes. So they have these trainings?
Yeah, they have. They do have training.
Do you confirm that?
Yeah, I can confirm. They do have training.
Right. Let me ask that you be given the 2018 National Audit Report, and you turn to page 27. Yes, the differences in voucher amounts and amounts in the cash book. It has referred you to Annex B. Do you have Annex B in that document? Yes, do you have Annex B?
Annex B.
Yes. So what it says is the amount you will have in the vouchers will be different from the amount that you will have in the cash book, and the two should be the same.
They should be the same, yeah.
Yes. So it says these two, they do not match all the time. There are variances. For instance, Annex B, you will see voucher number 221, payments made to Ahmad Ba. Who is Ahmad Ba?
No, I don't know Ahmad Ba.
Are we together?
Yes, we are together now.
So you will see that voucher amount, it says $4,553.63 butut. And the cash book says $5,000. That's a sample. Do you get that?
Yes, yes, I'm getting now.
You have health and sanitation, $9,211.86 butut. The cash book says $10,794. So the list goes on. You will be recording wrongly. The amount in the cash book would not mirror the amount in the voucher, and the total voucher sampled is $51,450.95 bututs. Are we together?
Yes, we are together.
Yes. So what do you have to say about that? Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm just trying to look at our response to that.
Your response says, let me assist you. Says on page 28, we have contrary opinions on your finding in the subject. The vouchers quoted as a sample have all posted correctly into cash book. Then the auditor further responded that the only vouchers presented were 7 as listed in the table below. The rest remain unsolved. So the only ones that you can verify is a total of 7 vouchers. The amount is $12,950.
Which page are you reading from?
28.
Yes, I've seen 28.
Yes.
But the unsolved, I'm looking at those things. Where we are finding?
You
okay,
have
okay.
the
Fine,
solved
okay.
ones. There are 7 out of the list.
Yeah. Starting from voucher number 117.
The only ones you have seen is voucher number 130, 051, 044, 047, 048, 019, and 022. In relation to payments made to GPPA, Malik Seka, Ja Oil Company, Musa Sise, Fatu Samba, Ja Oil Company, respectively.
Okay, yes, I've seen.
Why would you even have a difference in the entries?
This could be an error.
That cannot be an error.
Yeah, it could be an error.
That's not
the human error.
No,
Yeah.
that's not possible. How can you have an error?
We-
You have a voucher, it says $10,000, you put something different in the cash book. How is that an error?
I know it's not a that deliberate thing. It could be an error, and this is what I
Okay,
can say. Yeah.
Mr.
And we are responsible.
No, it is not true, Mr. Keita, because there has been issues raised for the fact that the postings is not in ranges. Is that not correct?
That's correct.
So if the postings are not in the postings of these issues are not in ranges, there is automatically fraud. Because there is no way, and you know the accounting principles. When you are posting, it should be in ranges. Is that not correct?
Yes.
So it cannot be a mistake. It definitely cannot be a mistake. Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
In fact, what is striking, Mr. Keita, is that what you have entered in the voucher is usually less than what you'll enter in the cash book. And the cash book is what you will use to do your bank reconciliation against the bank statements. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. So that's an issue. Similarly, we have duplicates not accounted for in the cash book. For instance, the payments made to Jar Oil, voucher of 117, payments made to member Conte, Abdullah Keita, Mohamed Ndongo, Sehu Jawarak, and this goes on for $10,388 is 20 bottles. So you are having duplicate payments without having it recorded in the cash book, adequately recorded in the cash book. How can you explain that?
I will still go by our response.
That is a mistake.
Yeah.
Payments made without enough supporting documents as well. Is it also a mistake on page 30? There are several payments made without the necessary supporting documents. So you have the alcohol 10% payments that are made without any supporting document. You have paid also to Gumworks, an amount of $400,000 without any supporting document. Why would you sanction payments without supporting documents?
Yeah, this also could be because, as for algaros, when the 10% is paid to them,
Yes.
There should be a the duplicate of the duplicate receipt should be attached to
Yes.
the claim or any voucher.
Yes.
According to this report, those were not there.
Yes.
Or the alcalos were not signing those requests.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that also is a challenge, is an error. We accept the responsibility.
See, when you accept responsibility for payments that are irregular, you are accepting the fact that those payments would have been unlawful. Do you know that?
No, they are lawful.
If they are lawful,
the
then
attachments are absent.
If
They are not
lawful,
there.
then they are regular.
There. They're supposed to be, the attachments were supposed to be there.
If they are lawful, then they are properly executed. So they are unlawful payments. Because without the supporting documents, you are not to authorize payment. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
So if you make payment without the necessary supporting documents, that would have been very unlawful. You understand?
I agree.
Now, how do you solve issues of suppression of revenue at council?
Well, when the collectors found guilty of suppression,
Yes.
yeah, we normally engage you, writing to you, asking you to pay, and sometimes we took the matter to council for decision. Yeah. So if council decided to deduct that amount from his or her salaries, we go by
Is
that.
there any staff ever suspended or a matter referred to the service commission for redress?
No,
Why?
we don't do that.
Why? Is there any reason?
No, I don't have any reason on that.
You don't have anything on?
No, I don't have any reason.
You don't have
Because
any reason?
that's purely administration.
Financial statements, do you have financial statements prepared every year?
Financial statement
Yes.
prepared. Yeah, under this period, yes.
Under?
The period we are reviewing, yes.
No, under all 2018, to 2023. Do you prepare financial
Up to
statements?
2024, yeah.
Do you have them?
Yeah, we have them, and we submitted them.
You have already
We
submitted them?
submitted them to the commission.
Now, let me refer you briefly to the 2020 report. I'll ask that Mr. Kamal give you the copy of the 2020 report. But before that, just to clear, you have had loans taken from banks? No?
Loans, no. It's
You have
only
not gotten any
overdraft.
loans from financial institutions?
No.
You have made payments to any advisors? Do you have council advisors?
Advisors.
Advisors, yes.
No, we don't have advisors.
Lawyers?
No, we don't
Or
have lawyers.
legal consultants?
No, we don't have. We
You've
don't. We
never
never engage in lawyer.
You've never had any lawyer that you have hired and paid?
No. I can't remember.
All right.
Before you further proceed, Mr. Keita, why is it that there are no dates in the cash books to help trace the vouchers to their corresponding entries? Why is that the case? And this is throughout your cash books.
That's true. But this.
And
this
you know that that is a very difficult situation.
Yeah. But that was later
It is
ratified.
not. It is.
No, it's not happening now. Since after that audit report.
Registrar, please bring one of the cash books. Let me random any cash book. Now, why is it also that the ledgers don't contain reference to help trace the vouchers amount that is posted to the ledger?
No, all the vouchers, the vouchers number that can help us to trace the voucher.
Does not.
What FN are you referring
Yes.
to?
Now show me.
This is not my cash book. This is Keba Fadi's cash book.
Yes.
Yes, this is not my cash book.
This is not your cash book.
No, my cash book is the main cash book.
Is the main cash book?
Yes.
Okay. Please bring him the main cash book. But do you agree that in their cash books, they don't have these dates? They sometimes don't have the dates.
That can happen.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you see it. You
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
You agree?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Let me have the 2019.
Show me 2018.
2018, yeah, that 2018. That was what you say is true.
What I say is true.
Substantially, it was.
Speak into the mic, please.
For 2019, what you say is true.
Thank you. You can take the cash books back, please. Now, why do you also have misclassified, misclassified budget lines?
Misclassified budget lines.
You misclassify your budget lines. Why do you do that?
Sorry, was that reported in the audit report so that I can look at it?
Yes.
Budget line. Can you please help me, the page?
Go to page 40. Yes, page 40. Can you tell us?
Sorry, allow me to look at the this is
Check 41.
41.
You have repairs and maintenance. You expended 100,000, and you wrongly classified it under capital projects.
Yeah, those are errors, ma.
Errors as an accountant.
Yes, it could.
Capital projects, you misclassify them. Contributions also is a mistake. Where you expended 100,000, you classified it wrongly on the chairman's office expenses. There is also the issue of the police, PIU, and immigration army, where you expended 50,000 and you wrongly classified it under security.
That one is correct.
Huh?
That one is correct. Yeah, it's correct. It should not be. It should be.
It should not happen.
It should be. It is correctly stated.
Huh?
It is correctly stated. This police, PIU, they are all under security. We have security board that we charge any expenses related to their activity, and that actually happened. What it was said is wrong. It's wrong. I don't agree. I don't agree.
So what was the expenditure for the police, PIU, and army?
This is, in many times, they request for fuel for their operations, special operations. Yes. They want to carry it around our region. Yes. Yeah, we normally approve those expenses for them.
Is that budgeted for in your 2018 budget?
Yes.
Let's go to your budget. Please give him the budget for 2018. Show me in 2018 the expenses that you have created a budget line for to that effect. Can you refer us to that page?
Okay, before going to that, can we look at the contribution where they say on the chairman? We have budget line contribution for elections on the chairman, and it's what we the 100,000 we spend is where we
No, what it is saying is that you wrongly classified it as a capital project, which is different from that. Contribution for those activities should be classified properly for the purposes of making sure that you reconcile correctly, and not expending monies which are not in your budget line. Yes, show me the budget line 2018, where you have catered for, since you have just told us that you provide for such services when they request for it. Did you see any? Because for what I see under this budget, you are supposed to be conversant with this budget, Mr. Keita.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. Why are you struggling to look into this budget? What is the subhead for that budget?
For security, contribution to security.
What is the subhead for that? And the code?
The subhead is the contribution. This code is 4001. 40.0.1.
Show me. Speak into the mic. We are not hearing you.
Okay. I said the subhead is 40, but it's
No.
I'm so huh?
Give it to the registrar to show me, because what I have is different. Give it to the registrar to show me.
No,
What is, I am asking you now, what is the subhead? And you give me the code, and you give me what
No,
is, where it is contained in the budget for 2018. If you go to the itemized budget lines.
all right, thank you. Subhead 25.
Where is it?
It's here.
Let me have it.
Contribution study.
This one, page 9. 2018. This is page 9, right?
$25.01.
25.0. I haven't seen any 25.0 here.
On the security,
Well, what I have here is, the subhead is 03. Is that not correct? Can you check?
yeah, 03, yeah.
So what you gave me, is it the subhead? 2501?
No, that's not the subhead.
So please don't mislead this commission.
No, okay.
You have
Sorry
a
for
document
that.
before you.
Sorry for that.
Council, we may proceed. We will come back to the budget on some of these issues.
Now, Mr. Keita,
Yes, Council.
you have the 2020 audit report.
I have 2022 before me.
2020. The date is 28th of October 2022, but it's for the period 31st December 2019.
That's correct, I have it.
Okay. Please turn to page 48. Are we together?
Sorry, 1 minute. Yes, I'm there.
All right. Now, you have an issue regarding development and repair works for an amount of $251,493, 20 budget.
Yes.
What can you tell us about these payments that were allegedly made for or towards development or repair works?
Yeah. What I can say,
Yes.
these payments were made at our collection centers.
At your collection centers?
Sir, the vouchers were raised and approved by CEO and given to the collectors to facilitate those payments. Later, then they brought the vouchers to my office. Then I entered them into the cash book.
Mr. Is that the process to follow when it comes to payments?
Yeah, that was the tradition.
Is that
Because I say here some of the payments were facilitated at the collection
Yes,
centers.
I'm not asking about the tradition.
That's not the best practice.
That's what
I
I'm
agree.
asking. That is not
The best practice, I agree.
I'm not even asking you about practice, what the financial practice should be. I'm asking you about what obtains, what you should do in accordance with the regulation. Now, is this in line with the Finance and Audit Act and the Financial Manual?
No, all payments should go to the bank.
So then the payment would have been unlawful payments. Don't do this. Just answer.
Okay.
Not okay. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Why would you sanction payments knowing fully well that they do not conform with regulation? Saketa.
Yeah. Yes, I think yesterday we spoke about this here, that the payments were approval were given to collectors to facilitate those payments.
By you and CEO.
The CEO.
Yes.
Yeah. Later we post them in our
But you know it's
books.
wrong.
That's wrong. I
If it is
agree.
wrong,
I agree.
how would anyone know that these payments were in fact just payments? Whether you do not come up with figures and numbers to enrich yourselves, how would anyone know if you don't follow procedure?
It's going to be difficult.
Yes?
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It's going to be difficult.
Not even difficult, impossible. To justify these payments, it is impossible because you do not have procedure, you don't follow any procedure. And so you and the CEO will be responsible. So for every payment, you are familiar with the financial manual, correct? Are you very familiar with the financial manual?
No, where you are quoting, I think I know where you quoting.
Where am I quoting?
From the financial manual.
Which is what?
About the payments, the collections. If revenues are collected, it has to go to the bank.
You think that's what I'm quoting now? No, I am not. I am talking about the responsibility. The responsibility that you and the CEO, the one that is bestowed on you by the regulation. For the CEO, it says, Section 202 of the Financial Manual, that he is personally responsible for the due performance of the financial duties of council. And for your part too, a similar statement was made. The Director of Finance is the head of the Finance Department of the council and shall be responsible for the overall coordination and control of the accounting functions, supervision of accounting staff, production of the annual financial statement, and the list goes on. Do you understand? Expenditure and so on and so forth. Do you see this?
Yes.
So the two of you are together with the chairman, responsible for the administration of the area council. So there is no reason why you should depart from the instructions or the requirements of the manual and the Finance and Audit Act. In fact, the law requires that if you have to have a departure, you must put it in writing. It has to be approved. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
How comes? You have a master's degree, you have 30 years experience in accounting. So this responsibility is yours. Can you account for it?
No, I can't. I cannot because I don't spend this money
You spend
as
the money.
director of finance. I told you these monies were spent at the collection centers, and what the authority was given by CEO. I just saw the vouchers. I accept them.
Do you accept everything from the CEO? Even if it is wrong?
No, I don't expect everything from. I don't.
Of course.
I do not.
Do you not know that this was wrong when you approved it?
The payments were already made.
Do you not know Yes, but this is a system you have.
The
You
time,
approved it,
the time the payments were being made, I was not in the picture.
but you ratified it.
Huh?
You ratified the payments.
Yes, I entered the payment in my cash book because of the disclosure.
Yes, because you had authorized, in your own words, the revenue collectors to be making payments.
For this case, no, I don't.
Where is the proof? Then why would you ratify it? Do you know what I mean? Why would you own up to it? Why would you accept these payments and not flag it when you do not approve of it?
I don't understand that. I don't understand what you are saying.
What I'm saying is that you are trying to say for this particular payments you were not aware of it.
Yes,
Is that not the case?
that's this case.
That the revenue collectors will have already made payments and then you will be aware of it later.
Yeah, yes.
Did you flag it? Did you report? Did you write?
No, I didn't.
So you approve of it.
I didn't.
So you approve.
The world boss approve
There are
the
two
payments,
world-
and he is responsible to approve those payments.
Two of you.
The payment, the approval is his responsibility.
Yes.
So,
And then your responsibility is?
to facilitate and the payments. And I'm telling you, these ones were done at the collection centers through collectors. Later they brought these vouchers
And then-
for me to enter them for transparency purposes.
Why would you enter the vouchers and not flag it and report to the CEO that these are irregular payments? Because they don't conform with any financial regulation.
I agree.
So why did you not flag it?
I didn't do that.
You didn't what?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't report. I didn't confront CEO that these are not.
So you agreed
I
with it.
didn't. Yeah.
Now you have another payment of arrears owed to Ja Oil without proof. Ja Oil was paid $200,000
Yes.
without proof of arrears. Yes?
Yeah. These areas were accumulated because we have this framework agreement with Gawel. I have the document here. So sometime the year will end. We will have areas.
Yes.
See. So that actually happened in this case.
How would you ascertain that in fact there is an area that exists? As a finance expert, if you are to pay $200,000 to Ja Oil and you are informed and these are arrears,
That should be ledgers.
there should be ledgers.
Yeah. Creditors ledgers. It has to
Yes,
be in
but
the
they don't
creditors
exist
ledger.
in.
That time, no. Creditors ledger was not.
So these payments would not have been duly authorized. Correct?
Yeah.
So you gave away free money to Ja Oil, $200,000 without any evidence. Did you take this fuel? You said you had told the commission that you had nothing to do with fuel. Correct?
Yes.
Why did you not then query this and ask that you be provided with evidence before you sanction payments?
I didn't do that.
Come again?
I say I didn't do that.
Why? You didn't know you were supposed to do that?
That time, no. I don't know. I was supposed
an
to do
auditor?
it.
20
Yeah.
years
Yeah. That time.
experience?
Yeah. Yes.
As an auditor?
Because I thought when CEO
Approved.
approve
Then that's the be all and the end all.
and this negotiation, I have evidence that we have framework agreement with them. So I don't have any doubt in payment in
You're not
raising those
supposed to
checks.
have a doubt. You're not supposed to have a problem with CEO. You're not supposed to suspect CEO of fraud. You're supposed to do your job. As simple as that.
That's correct.
Yes.
I accept.
But you're part of it. That's the issue. You're part of the problem, Mr. Keita. It is not like CEO is working in isolation, and it's not like you do not know what you were doing. You and the CEO, I had told you from the evidence, it is just the same person that I see. You work together.
We should work together.
No, not to perpetuate fraud,
No.
crime.
No.
Do you understand that? So you had these payments to $200,000, they were unlawful payments because you had no evidence to back it up. You agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Good. The monthly Lumo set settle Same page, 48. There was an amount of $198,548 that was paid allegedly by way of support in the form of fuel and for lumocetal. Were you having lumocetals?
Yes, we do.
How often?
In those days, I think it's monthly.
Monthly?
Yeah, sometimes weekly. It depends on the, after the Lumo activities, then this style will happen.
Okay, let me read
But
for
frequently, monthly.
So how much do you spend every month?
No, I can't remember that.
You can't remember.
I cannot remember that.
And you have
it depends on the,
and you raise vouchers for this?
yes, vouchers were raised, yes.
And you will be able to provide the vouchers?
The vouchers are there.
Please note it down before we discuss it further. Yes. Now, in reading further, you will hear what is said here. However, residents at several lumos visited indicated that no monthly settlers were conducted in their lumos. So it's a fabrication to use this money for some other issues. So you are just making up payments without passing through the proper channels. Why is that?
Councillor, this 198,000 was also payments made at collection centers. The approvals were given by the collectors, and the collectors facilitated the payments. Okay. Later, they brought the vouchers. Then I entered them into my cash book. Yeah. Okay. So it's where I stopped.
Now you have made it clear. So it is not for lumos etc., but it's rather for payments made at collection centers.
Yeah, but so the narration on the vouchers are set stuck.
Which is wrong. Which is wrong. You agree?
The narration on the vouchers are lumos.
Which is wrong.
That one is wrong. The narrations are wrong, or you want the activities are wrong.
The narration is wrong. You agree?
I don't agree. The narration is not wrong. The narration on the vouchers is not wrong. So I don't know what you mean by if you tell me maybe the activities, maybe I can agree. But the narration on the vouchers are correctly stated.
If the activity is wrong, the narration is wrong, my friend. If there is no citadel, then there is no fuel for citadel. It's just common sense.
Okay, I agree.
Yes. So you can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. That's not possible. So there is no citadel, is confirmed, right? Correct?
Exactly.
So then there is no fuel for citadel. And so that is fraudulent activity. Do you understand that?
I understand you.
It's a crime. It's an offense. Why did you allow that?
As I say, I'm coming back to the same.
Yes.
That these payments were made at collection centers. Later, and the collectors, they have approval from the CEO.
Which CEO was this?
Pardon?
Who was the CEO at the time?
The Padabo. Fansu Dabo.
Fansu.
Yes. That's my statement.
Yes. Mr. Keita, you are also part of this. Don't be blaming Fansu. The two of you, I have told you, you're not a revenue collector or a paying out cashier who may be acting upon instructions and have limited authority per se in some instances. You have absolute authority to act within the relevant regulations and laws. You can say, no, I am not going to sign, or I am not going to authorize this payment. Or if it is made after, before you even know about it, then you can flag it. You did not do what you were supposed to do. You were part of the problem, Mr. Keita. You yourself, you were also collected monies from revenue collectors, so it also explains the kind of financial arrangements you have in council together with CEO. Correct?
I think I stand to deny that I was not collecting revenue from collectors.
But you already accepted this. So we can't deny it now. Night allowance, page 49. Do you have a list of the individuals that were paid night allowance?
Yes.
You have all the relevant details to support your, you'll find it on exhibit C, annex C. Where it says Kuntaur Area Council draft for payment for night allowance payment. There are several payments made. And the amount is $156,000. So for all these vouchers you have, and you have to prove that these events, they really, the court, for instance, the meeting at Manzakonko on health laborers training. You have this meeting?
Hello?
Was this meeting ever instituted?
No, I don't have any idea on those.
Then why did you pay?
The payments were made at the collection centers.
At the collection centers?
Yes.
Authorized by?
By the CEO.
And then you, what part did you play?
I did the postings into my cash book.
You posted it as being true and correct payments, knowing fully well that is wrong. Did you flag it?
No, I didn't.
You didn't flag it?
No, I did not.
So you approve of these payments?
No, I don't approve. I don't approve because payments were already approved.
Yes.
Yeah, payments were already arrived.
By the CEO?
Yeah, by the CEO, and they brought the vouchers. Then I post them for disclosure.
For disclosure?
Yeah, for disclosure, yeah.
Now, how often are you audited by the National Audit?
Sometimes it takes 2 years, because if you look at the current situation,
Yes.
our 2020, starting from 2021 up to date, they are not audited.
Do you know why?
Yes.
Please tell us why.
Yeah, because our vouchers are with the commission, and
Your what?
now our documents that's
with
supposed to be part of the audit are with the commission.
In 2023?
20?
23?
Yeah, 2020, from 2020, from
Yes.
2021 to 2023.
Yes.
Those documents are with you, because I think they wrote to us, they want to perform these statutory duties, but we told them that the documents that should be part of your audit are all with the commission.
In 2023?
Yeah, 2020.
Page 57, you have payments that you had made at council level.
Clarify. When did they write to you to request for your documents for auditing? In 2023?
No, this was 2024, I think.
They wrote to you in 2024?
Yeah, if my memory can serve.
Please confirm so that we have the record straight. Write it down. When we come back after lunch break, you confirm to us when they wrote to you specifically to request for the documents, so that it will be in record for posterity. Thank you. Councillor, you may proceed.
Mr.
Yes, Councillor.
Mr. Keita, we have payments that were made without payment vouchers.
Yes.
Page 57.
Yes.
Do you see them?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Where are these payment vouchers for this payment?
These were salaries pays.
An amount of $599,934 is.
There are
Set
salaries
into-
payments.
Do you have these vouchers?
Yeah, we have the vouchers.
Okay. You'll be asked to identify and provide these vouchers if you can. We also have about 4 vouchers in 2019, 088, 235, 300, and 013 that we want you to also produce.
Yeah, these vouchers were lost. Still now we cannot know their where. We cannot produce them.
Where would you have vouchers missing?
This actually happened when we are transferring from our old office to our new complex. In that transit, these vouchers were lost.
When did
So
you start
still now we cannot locate them.
When did you start using the IFMI system?
2021.
2021.
Yes.
So this period was purely manual.
Yeah, manual. Yeah.
And do you have these vouchers entered into the cash book?
Yeah, they are enter.
They are entered.
Yeah.
Which of the cash book?
The main cash book.
The main cash book.
Yeah.
Can you refer us to the? For 2019. June 2019, July 2019, October 2019. Sorry. 088,
July
July 2019.
235.
Yes.
They five.
Come again?
$800.
$800.
Yes.
Payments made to?
They five.
Okay. Proceed.
July gas oil, $500.
What your number is that?
300.
Come again? What your number? What's the number?
300.
Yes.
$500. Gas oil, payment of fuel.
Yes.
To gas oil.
Proceed, please. Now we have June and October.
June,
Yes.
Dam Tambedo,
Yes.
1241. 1241.
Number?
Number 88, 088.
Yes. October?
October 013.
Yes.
Musa Samura,
How much?
$2,000.
Now, Mr. Keita,
Yes.
without the vouchers, how can you know where the figures you have entered, whether it is accurate?
The time we are entering these figures into our cash book, the vouchers were available.
They were available.
They were available.
Now they are not.
They are not available, yes.
Yes. How can you know whether they are accurate? You know, we have had the issue of variance in the voucher, from the voucher and the cash book.
No, there will be no any variance. The physical vouchers were lost.
Yes.
But the figures in the cash book were qualified any
No. We have shown you an example where you have variance in or difference in from the voucher and the cash book.
Yes, I have seen
Is that not correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So how would we know that that is not the case here? That you did not intentionally misplace the vouchers or just hide them so that you will have figures that are not reflective of the vouchers?
No, these vouchers were lost. They are not intentional misplaced,
so
something
no
like
one will ever know?
Yeah, they are lost.
So there is no chance for anyone to
No,
know.
we look everywhere. We could not trace.
So this figure, there's no way it can be verified.
Yeah, it cannot. It cannot. As long as the vouchers are not available,
It cannot.
it cannot. Yeah.
Now we have non-payment of withholding tax. Do you pay withholding tax when you award contracts?
Yes.
All the time?
Twice we paid.
Just twice.
Twice, yes.
Why? Why not the rest?
The last contract we award.
So many contracts were awarded. Why would you not pay withholding tax?
The first contract, the $300,000, we did not pay.
Why?
The second one, the $500,000. That time, I don't think there was any law, there is act which says withholding tax of $10,000. I cannot remember. I think this started 2019, something like that.
Who said that?
Yeah,
Who said that?
that's my own opinion.
You have an opinion?
Yeah.
But you don't verify your opinion?
No, I don't verify it.
As an expert in finance?
Yeah, I don't verify it.
So when did you know about this withholding tax?
Because I think we had this thing around 2019. The subsequent contracts were charged. Even what they were quoting in their report, there was a payment.
There had always been
there was a payment of $50,000.
So you knew about it in
Yeah.
So 2019 moving forward, were you paying?
Yeah, we pay 160 something thousand.
For all the contracts you awarded, you paid tax subsequently?
Except one.
Why?
That's still holding.
Why?
Still holding. We don't pay them.
Why is that? No,
I think I made a request.
You made a request?
For CEO to approve those. I think I have the request here.
For the tax?
Yeah, for the tax. Yeah, tax deduction.
Okay, let me see. Contract. So, Mr. Okay, this was in 2022. Now, did the CEO respond to you?
Not yet.
Why you did not sign this memo?
The one I signed is already in the file. This is from my own.
Can you make-
when I was coming, I just print this thing from my computer.
Please make a copy.
Let me sign. Allow me to sign then.
Not now. You cannot sign it now. It must have been a letter that you have sent in 2022, February.
Yes.
So it will take a signed copy. And by the way, the income and value added tax 2012. And let me read to you. It says, a person who retains the service of a contractor for carrying out works shall withhold tax at the rate of 10% of gross fees or other payments made to the contractor in respect of the services. So this is in 2012. Do you see that? Zakeda?
Which page? 50?
Page 59.
Yes.
9.
Yes, I have seen it. Huh?
Good. Now, who makes the decision in council in relation to awarding of contracts?
Yeah, contract committee.
The contracts committee.
Yeah.
So what role do you have? You as the finance. There are so many payments you have made to contractors without any contract agreement. How do you know how much to pay to a contractor at any given point in time without a contract agreement?
I think we have contract agreements with our contractors.
There are so many contractors that had no contract agreement.
Okay.
So many.
I can show you one.
No, but I mean there are so many contracts that had no agreement as well. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand.
There are contracts that had no agreement at all.
Can you just
Now,
tell me what that specific contract which you say there is no,
okay,
they don't have.
For instance, you have the drilling of a borehole in Drame village, the upgrade of a borehole to reticulation system in Nyang Bantang. village.
Bantang.
No, I have some of these contracts. I'm just saying, let me list you what you have in your own statement, and you tell me the ones that have contracts. The construction of 5 canteens, drilling of 3 boreholes in Kirsamboy, and also Mbayan, 3 boreholes. So for all this, you have contracts?
Yeah, we have contract.
The one for, you have contracts for all of this?
Yes, let me.
Let us see the ones you have.
This the minute of those this the minutes for contract awarded to Bice, Tonet, and Bulmano. I have the minutes here.
Please come again.
The minutes of contract awarded to
No, where is the contract itself?
let me see. I think I have also the contract. Yeah, there's one contract agreement here from Bulmano. I have that. There's another contract agreement for the $500,000 is market canteens.
How many you have? Two?
I'm checking, please.
And do you also pay in accordance with for the ones you have contract, do you pay in accordance with the contract?
Yes.
For instance, the one at Kofa and Bonton
Okay.
in Jao Village, it says the mode of payment will be in 3 installments, 20% of the total cost for preparation, 50% after mobilization of all the materials, and 20% for the third payment upon completion of the work. You pay in accordance with this?
Yes, I believe.
In accordance with the contract?
Yes, I believe. If my memory can serve me, unless I check also in the cash book to look at the first payments made.
You are paid through bank payment or through? It was a bank payment.
Yeah, bank payment. Yeah.
All the payments you have.
They are all bank. They are all bank payments. They are all bank payments.
Now, what stage is the preparation stage?
Yeah, the committee, development committee has to sit over any development issues. When they agree and they approve, it will go to the general council. When the general council agree, they endorse. Then it will come to contract committee. Contract committee will do the awarding.
You don't have a contracts committee that sits regularly. You don't sit over these contracts, do you? The contracts committee don't sit.
No, the first first borehole, I was part of that committee.
No, the contracts committee is a combination of you, and the CEO, and maybe the planning. You don't have a contracts committee.
Yeah, okay.
Don't say, okay, you don't have to agree. I'm just trying to tell you what I know. What I know may be wrong, but do you have a contracts committee?
Yes, we have. Maybe the composition, the old.
Where are the minutes of the contracts committee? Who is the secretary?
Normally it's the clerk of the council.
Do you have the minutes of this contracts committee meetings in relation to this awards?
Yes, I have one here.
Let me see. The chairman is part of the contracts committee?
Yes, in that project.
How can the chairman be part of the contracts committee? We applied to tender minutes of contracts committee meeting of the 22nd of December 2020. This is the only one you have?
Yeah, that's the only one I have.
This is the only meeting you have had?
Pardon?
This is the only meeting you have had?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
So you've only had one meeting as a contracts committee?
Yeah. The other meetings I didn't attend. I was not part of the second contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Kuntaur Area Council's contract committee meeting dated the 22nd of December 2020 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/MK/006.
As the commission places. Mr. Keita.
A member of the audit committee as a co-opted member?
Yes.
Mr. Keita, why should you be a member of the audit committee when they are supposed to be auditing you?
Yeah, I think I attended only one meeting with them. They co-opted me because they need certain clarification that I submit to them.
No, but a witness have testified that you are a member of the audit committee. That is the auditor that gave his evidence before the commission.
Okay.
Not saying that you are a one-time co-opted member, that you are a member of the audit committee.
No.
You as an auditor, before you started your accounting journey, do you think that is correct?
Well, that's not correct, but I stand to say I was co-opted. And
Yes,
they want certain clarification.
You as a finance person, being the director of finance, they are supposed to look at your financial transactions. Do you think it is correct and right from the perspective of an auditor?
Okay.
No, just answer the question, then you can explain.
Okay.
Is it right?
It's not right.
All right, thank you.
May I explain?
Yes, you can explain.
Thank you. They want certain clarification from their activity. I think that was the reason they co-opted me.
Council, you may proceed.
The last issue, Mr. Keita, is in relation to the over-issuing of fuel. You have your fuel allocations for every month?
Yes, I have.
Now, why would you exceed your allocation? For instance, you earn $10,446 allocated to you every month, correct?
Sorry, where are you reading from?
73.
73, yeah?
Yes. And you spent about 25,493. The CEO, $16,626 allocation. He
I can explain mine.
was allocated $76,214, 30, close to $100,000 in a month. Yes, you can explain yours.
Yes.
But
The reason
you can't explain about the rest.
No. The reason
Why?
I can't. I can explain mine.
Okay.
Yeah. The vehicle allocated to me was allocated purposely for revenue generation activities.
Yes.
So sometimes the fuel given to me is not enough because we have many activities to carry out. So that was the reason the overspending, the consumption of fuel occurred.
And the way you lean back after you
All
said
the allocations are from CEO.
From the CEO.
But it is approved by the General Council.
there will be a general council resolution.
The resolution to have for allocations, yeah.
Even for even if you have to exceed the amount, they approve.
Sometimes when this audit came, it was discussed at the General Council, and we explained to them the reason this occurred.
You explain to them what?
To the General Council that the reason why we overstretch our allocation, overspend our allocations.
We will ask the CEO about this overallocation, but you had said this procurement and the CEO who are responsible for fuel, you have no business in relation to fuel, correct?
Yes.
Now,
Mr. Keita.
Yes, ma'am.
Are the collectors not issued with, are they not allocated motorcycles
Yes,
to facilitate the collection of revenue?
Yes, some of them are allocated, not all.
Not all.
No, not all, yeah.
Why did the council not make it a point of their duty to provide motorcycles for all the collectors or mode of transportation to ease their activity, that is to collect revenue? Why?
Yeah, if I may give example, 20,
No, why?
sorry.
Why? What
I
is
think
the reason?
because we proposed to buy motorcycle for all, but
Yes.
because of the budget concern, we could not for last year.
For only last year?
For last year, that was budgeted because the previous years we bought some motorcycle for collectors. I think it's only 2 collectors who doesn't have. The 2 others, their motorcycle are in a bad condition. We need to change them. That process is going on.
No.
But we have constraint to purchase a new motorcycle.
No, Mr. Keita, that cannot be correct. Mr. Keita, your budget for 2020 was 14,870,655.
Okay,
Right?
correct.
Please check your budget for 2020. You said your income, your revenue was 14,870,655. And when the audit was done for 2020,
Yes.
what the auditors found was that your revenue that you have generated was 16,297,175.88.
Yes.
There is a differential of 1,426,520.88. Now, if you look at what the budget has stated, your total capital and development expenditure was 12,551,537.69. So in 2020, you have excess in money, that is, you had more income. You don't have any areas, you don't have any problem, you have expended on your capital, both your recurrent and capital expenditures, and you have additional income of 3,745,638.19. So you cannot tell us that you did not have money to buy motorcycles, and you start giving us the story that you are giving us, because the records are here. Is that correct?
Your statement is correct.
All right. So you stating that you did not have money to buy motorcycle, it cannot be a correct statement. Is that correct?
Yes, I accept.
Yeah, all right. So now, going back to the issue of the allocation of fuel, so it would be correct to say that there was no need for you to have fuel allocated to you more than is required, given the circumstance.
No, I don't agree.
You don't agree?
No, I don't agree.
All right. You are entitled to your opinion. Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Yes. Mr. Keita, so in relation to your financial statement, you said you prepare it every year,
Yes.
and you submit this to audit? Do you?
For 2020, 2018, 2019 was audited. 2020 was all equally audited. But for 2021, down to 2023, it's not yet audited. But we've sent the draft budget to national audit. Yeah.
Now, just one question relation to your budget, and we will, when you come back for the other documents you have requested for, and the necessary proof of expenditure, we will discuss this. But what is the process that you follow
And what?
in your budget preparation stage?
Yeah, because before we prepare budget, we send circle to budget circular to councillors.
You send a budget sample.
Circular to the councillors, then informing them that there is time for preparation of budget. Let them come with their projects. What projects? So councillors will also go to their wards, sit down with them and come up with budget proposals.
Yes.
So then that will be taken to my office as director of finance. Then I prepare the draft budget. Then present to finance committee. Finance committee is going to have a meeting with them. We're going to I'll present the draft budget to them. Equally, the finance when they agree, then they will take the draft budget to the council for councils to approve. Then after approval, the budget will take the budget to our ministry for bilateral.
Do you follow this procedure?
Yes.
Do you have feedback from the ward committees?
Through the councillors. Councillors do, yeah, they normally bring projects.
Do you have
sometimes some of our councillors, they have this they have yearly plan, yearly ward they use that. Yeah.
Now, do you have these correspondences from the meeting of the meetings that the VDC will hold in relation to the circular you will send for?
No, I don't have any. I don't see any correspondence.
So how would you?
We rely on the submission by the councillors.
You write?
We rely on the submission by the councillors.
Submission.
Yeah, submission of those budgeted items by the councillors.
How do they make this submission?
Through the chairman's office.
Is it?
By the.
Do you have a copy?
Pardon?
Do you have a copy of these submissions?
No, I don't have the copy, but chairman has files. Those submissions, they normally file in chairman's office.
So you don't have access to this?
No, I do, because I do have access to the files to prepare the.
You don't have?
Right now, I don't have.
No, I'm not saying right now. This issue.
No, if I don't have access to the those files, I will not be able to factor their projects into the budget.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So you don't factor
That's right.
in their projects in the budget?
No, I do factor because I have access to those files from chairman's office.
Now, let me just read you one of the important findings of the internal auditor in relation to the 2021 January to December findings.
Okay.
I'm sure you are familiar with this. It says on page 7 that the annual budget shall be documented in which the income and expenditure of the council are stipulated, right? And authorized by members of the council shall form the basis of the income and expenditure, and the list goes on to findings. Review of the councilor's budgetary information on budget process and discussion with senior management reveals that the procedures for budget preparation were not fully exhausted as required by the Act. These budgetary processes exhausted are detailed below. No minutes of Ward Development Committee meetings were found. There are no evidence of letters sent to Ward Development Committees as required by law. The approved budget for the fiscal year were not being made open to the public. The council didn't submit its draft budget to the finance subcommittee, the Ward Development Committees, for their comments on or before 30th September as required. So you don't follow the procedure.
I disagree. I disagree on the council not submit their budget to the sub-finance committee. So I'm a member of that committee.
What do you agree? Go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree on that. I may not be. I may agree. Or I agree that maybe the councillors, what they say, the law require councillors should go back to their community and have meeting with them. I don't have any knowledge with that, because what I say, we accept the councillor's submission, And the expectation is they have discussed those projects with their communities.
Do you have evidence of the letters you have sent?
Yes, I think I have evidence. I have sent one circular.
Only one circular. For which year? We are talking about 2018 to 2023.
No, 2023. I don't sign. This was last year. Yeah.
2018.
2018. No.
2019.
No. Last year I do send one.
So they are right. So the finding is right. You don't follow the process. Do you now agree?
I agree, yeah.
So why were you really trying to state something that's not true?
Now what I say, we normally have...
It is easier to just be factual and be honest because, you know, the documents, they speak for themselves. And the things that we will ask, if you want to say that you have acted in accordance with the law, we'll ask you for proof. And you cannot have the proof if you do not do it, correct?
That's correct.
Yes, so why would you prepare your budget without following the due process? Who are you preparing the budget for?
For council?
Yes, for the people.
Yeah, for the people.
Yes, so why would you not consult
And the people are represented by the councilors.
Yes, but why would you not consult them?
The councilors were consulted and the budget
That is not what the law says.
Maybe in the circular point that you are talking about, that maybe that was not there as per law, but to consult the councilors, we do, because they approved our budget.
They what?
They approve our budget, councilors.
But you don't follow the process. That's a fact.
We don't exhaust the process. I agree.
Yes, yes. Chair, I've been informed this time, but that probably will be all for this witness as well, in relation to the sittings for today. Unless the witness comes back, we'll go deep into the budget issue.
Just last question. Mr. Keita, why is it that your internal audit reports, all of them, we will deal with this in detail with your budgets and your reconciliation. You do not respond to the queries that they have raised. They have raised, for most of this, up to 2023, they have raised most of the issues that have been raised by the external auditor. Why won't you respond to their queries? Because there are no response in this internal audit reports. Why?
The report pertaining to...
No, I am saying all the internal audit reports that have been submitted, which you must have gone through, why didn't you respond to all of the queries that have been reflected in the external reports? And up to 2023, most of the issues that we are asking you are contained in the 2023 internal audit report. Why didn't you respond to these issues?
Well, I don't have any...
You don't have any answer?
I don't have any answer to that.
So is it deliberate on your side not to respond to this
No,
issues?
it's not a...
To try and solve the problems?
It's not a deliberate act.
What is funny, Mr. Keita?
It's not a deliberate act.
Sorry?
It's not deliberate. I don't just do it. Yeah.
We may rise.
الحمد لله رب العالمين واشهد ان لا اله الا الله ولي الصالحين واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا الى يوم الدين اما بعد. So here we are at the reverts roundtable. I personally have a problem with the word revert, but we can talk about that when we get down the line. So we can call it the converts convention, whatever way you want to look at it. And like the first thing that we want to talk about, subhanAllah, with Ramadan on the horizon, experiences like with some of our esteemed guests here, Sheikh Abdullah Odoro, Imam Wesley LeBron, Imam Tom Fakeen there, subhanAllah. Everybody here has converted to Islam or reverted, whichever way they look at it, at some point. What was that first Ramadan like? Ups and downs, experiences that you found great, other things that you may want to see change, something that the community can do different. I'll jump in at the end, but let one of you esteemed brothers start.
Alhamdulillah, bismillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. So for me, my first Ramadan, alhamdulillah, during my first Ramadan, I can say I think I had just accepted Islam not too long before Ramadan. So I think like maybe 2 months later, maybe 3 months later, Ramadan was coming in. I didn't know what Ramadan actually was, that we would pray extra like during this time of Ramadan. I knew we had a fast, but I didn't know that there was extra prayers. And I found myself in the masjid praying Salatul Isha. And after the Imam gave the salams and the taslims, and I made my dhikr and I was ready to get up and leave, he gets back up again and I see everybody line back up again and he says Allahu Akbar and he gets back into it again and I'm like, okay, Allahu Akbar, I get back into it. Now we're like 4 rakahs in, 5 rakahs in, my feet, my knees are shaking and I'm like, man, what's going on here? Why does he continue to pray? And subhanAllah, I remember I thought I would be punished if I would get out the salat line. So I got tears running down my eyes, not because I was righteous, but because I was tired and my knees was hurting. So I started asking, like, yeah, Allah, allow him to stop praying already, please. And subhanAllah, as soon as he said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, I got up and I just shout out the masjid because I was like, I don't know how long you're gonna keep praying, but subhanAllah. Right? And then after that, I kind of, went back to the local imam where I was going to the masjid and kind of asked him, like, yo, what's going on? What happens, during this time at night? You gotta be praying like 5-6 times, subhanAllah. And then he explained to me that there are extra prayers, qiyamul layl, tarawih, and the likes, inshallah ta'ala, alhamdulillah. But that was like my first Ramadan experience, man, subhanAllah. And besides that was just like the eating. I remember I was still living at home by my dad. And back then, we was waking up like at 4 in the morning. It was early, it was wintertime. And subhanAllah Rabbil Azim, I would make these just dinner plates, man, like, rice and steak and the whole 9 yards. But then I remember, man, like 3 days in, I'm sitting in the kitchen. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm staring at the cookie jar. And I'm like, man, bro, I'm hungry. And Bismillah.
Bismillah, you put a Bismillah on it too. He said Bismillah.
I went in and I just started digging in, man, subhanallah Rabbil Azim. Alhamdulillah, and then just found out that, I could make up the day later on. Alhamdulillah, that I had to kind of take it easy on myself and kind of build up. So alhamdulillah, this was kind of like the first Ramadan moments for me between fasting and the prayer itself, man, alhamdulillah.
So you became a Muslim in a little before Ramadan. They didn't tell you, so you went to the masjid by yourself that night?
Yeah. As I was in the masjid by myself. So alhamdulillah, I accepted Islam in New York, right, on the street corner. We didn't get the 5 pillars of Islam and the 6 pillars of Iman. I got Bilal Phillips' Kitab al-Tawheed. That's what they sent me home with, alhamdulillah, in the Quran. I read the Quran, alhamdulillah, I read Kitab al-Tawheed. I believed in Allah, alhamdulillah. I didn't know Muhammad. I said, I'll figure that out later, inshallah ta'ala. The brother was like, you ready to take shahada? I was like, yeah, I'm ready to take shahada. Just don't tell me what to do, when to do it, how to do it. I'm good. Alhamdulillah, I became Muslim. And we would go back and forth to him in the city like every week and a half, 2 weeks, to kind of just get a little bit from him. Well, he came home from prison. To be, fair to the brother, he didn't really learn much in prison either and stuff like that, and he wasn't a murabbi like that. And then the masjid back then was an Arab masjid, Palestinian masjid that we walked into. Arabic was the first language. Khutbah was subhanAllah in Arabic. The durus after Isha was in Arabic and stuff like that. So really we was just coming in, making the salat, hit it and quit it. We know we got to come and pray. We come and pray and alhamdulillah and just kind of roll out. So we didn't really have that interaction of really learning like the pillars and all of those things in those initial phases.
What era are we talking, Sheikh?
1998.
All right, so you still pre-internet.
Pre-internet.
Right. I mean, on a large scale. I know the internet existed, but I'm saying it wasn't a thing. AOL wasn't a thing. I'll jump in here, man. SubhanAllah. My first Ramadan was also less than 2 months after taking Shahada. So I still wasn't even praying 5 times a day. I didn't really know we had to do that. Like, I knew that prayer was a part of Islam, but I didn't understand that we here in America had to pray 5 times a day. And Ramadan, my first Ramadan was sun up to sundown, which I think is a huge issue that has to be addressed. It's in most of the literature up until today. You see a lot of the literature says Muslims fast from sun up to sundown. So my fast did not start at Fajr. My fast started
That's up.
at sunup. Right. Right. Which I mean, as we know, was inshallah, we get diplomatic immunity as new converts. But the idea was that my first Ramadan was totally messed up because of that, because of a sun up to sundown thing. And I mean, just having been Muslim for a couple months at that particular time, Philadelphia was nowhere near what it is today in terms of the amount of masajid, the ubiquity of Muslims. And I don't think that we also appreciate how much information was not readily available, right? You're talking about a lack of not just books. So now you can find out anything you want to find out on the internet. You can go on YouTube and you'll see videos. You can go read certain web pages and all of that. But none of that was available at that particular time. So this that was the first Ramadan. The second Ramadan was much better. I was more now part of the community. So you get to ask questions. Even if you don't have actual literature, you have people with that lived experience. So I learned a lot more at that particular time. And that was when I first experienced Tarawih. And I was praying in a masjid that was very diverse. It's diverse because it was originally, it's called Masjid al-Jamia, right? So it's basically, it was a University of Pennsylvania, some students from University of Pennsylvania and maybe Drexel as well. They started this masjid. So there's a bunch of different nationalities there. And that was a beautiful experience. Alhamdulillah. Praying Tarawih for the first time was a lovely experience. I was also working, so it was like coming from work, go to the masjid, you pray Tarawih, but it was beautiful. And I don't have any, like at that particular time, I felt like I was part of the community because of the diversity of the community. I think there's looking back on it, I think that there's a benefit to having these homogeneous masjids where there's a preservation of some back homeness, right? That helps them at that particular stage preserve Islam, right? But I think eventually, you have to be open to the fact that you're in a totally, like you said, you go into the masjid. I don't understand the khutbah. I don't understand the khatira after salah. I don't understand anything. You're amongst the people that are thirsty, right? They want this, but they can't understand it because it's not in their tongue. Alhamdulillah, that wasn't my particular experience. But I will say that if you are far from community, you're less likely to understand the nuance, right? Even reading books, that's not that lived experience. You know what I mean? And you might be stuck on sun up to sundown. SubhanAllah.
Yeah, SubhanAllah.
What about you, Sheikh? What was your?
I'm trying to remember my first year. I remember, I think it was at a masjid. I mean, obviously in Houston, from Houston, Texas. It was a small storefront masjid. The imam was Libyan, and he was the head of the math department in Houston Community College. But I remember that masjid was Arab and African. It was out of particularly North African. So it was African. Sometimes you try to separate, it was African, khalas, right? It was Libyans, primarily Libyans, and West African, some East African, and some Pakistani. And I remember, from what I remember vividly was I had this burning desire to want to understand what he was reciting. I mean, I just wanted to know what he was reciting. Because he was rough, mashallah, tabarakallah. He didn't take any, we loved his khutbahs because he would lay the law down in his khutbahs, right? He didn't care. I remember one time he was talking about qazar, like where you have hair and no hair, son? He's like, and qazar is haram and it's ugly. It is ugly. He's saying this on the minbar. We're like, yeah, we want some more of that, right? So we used to go to his masjid and he would recite very